It feels better biting down. It feels better biting down. It feels better biting down. Have I told y'all how much I love TV? Like, I pretty much like would love to base my life to be like, a TV show. Like, yeah, there may be a problem that results in the plot during the day, but at the end the plot, is resolved and we all end with hugs and, pizza and shit, or, we learn a lesson. I don't know, whatever. So I guess today I'm going to talk about a few TV shows that you all may not have heard of, but I highly recommend. First off, there was a limited series, I think it was on NBC, a show called The Slap from 2015. And I'm talking about the American version because I know there's like a British version of it that they, took the show from and that it's supposedly based on. But man, this show is like super over dramatic and ridiculous and like I love it. I'm all for it. So it starts out with all these different people are invited to like a birthday party or some sort of celebration, right? All the people at the party, I don't know, they vaguely know each other by certain degrees, like, oh, they may have worked together, or this person's friends with this person, so forth, so on, right? And this little kid is being like the biggest annoying little piece of shit, right? And I mean, he's just there causing chaos. He's like swinging a bat around other people's kids, and he's just being, a piece of shit. And the parents are the type that say, oh, he's a kid, just let him be. He's a free spirit, right? Like real hippie shit. So like one of the adults, I guess, sees like the kid swinging around his kid and gets, sick and tired of that shit and tired of the parents not doing anything, and he goes and confronts the kid, and he's there like telling him, you need to listen or whatever, and he just slaps the kid in the face. And holy shit, this just like snowballs from this one incident to, oh, this couple's gonna sue this guy, but he hires a private investigator and digs up secrets about these people, and this person's having an affair with this person, and oh, these people are abusing their child, and these people owe so much money from extortion or whatever. I don't know. It just, I mean, all this shit comes out of the woodwork because of this stupid fucking kid and the dude just slapping him. I love it because, yeah, man, I'm sure like everyone's been there where they just want to, slap the shit out of some kid that's just being a piece of shit. So yeah, I give the show 5 slaps. It's a great show. 5 knee slaps. No, not knee slaps because it's good. Next show is called The Cape from 2011. And this show kind of inspired me with, my superhero writing series, So this guy is a cop and gets framed for a crime, and he has to hide out under the city, and a bunch of like carnival carnies adopt him into their group, and the leader is the wonderful Keith David. Yeah. So they give him like this silk cape, and it has all these like special qualities, like it's, I don't know, bulletproof, and it stretches all along, and yeah, it's just like a sick ass purple cape, Conveniently enough, the comic book that the, guy's son happens to love is a comic book hero named The Cape, so he just adopts that, name. And the villain is this dude, calls himself Checkmate, who's also, he's like a Jekyll and Hyde persona, like when Norman Osborn like couldn't control the Green Goblin, in his head or whatever. And funny thing, the guy that plays Checkmate is this actor named James Frain, who was also the love interest in the movie Where the Heart Is with Natalie Portman. And that movie also has Keith David in it. I think Keith David's like the janitor or something. Y'all remember Where the Heart Is? It's with Natalie Portman, plays like a pregnant redneck woman and gets dumped out of Walmart by her boyfriend, and she ends up like living in the Walmart. That's a good movie. It's a pretty good movie. Anyways, yeah, The Cape is pretty damn good. It just sucks that it ended, on a cliffhanger and only got 1 season, so whatever. That's baloney, right? Next is a show called Missing. It was a 2012 TV show starring Ashley Judd. And it's basically just the movie Taken, but with Ashley Judd trying to save her son that's missing instead of taken. Anyways, yeah, it's a great show. But it ends with Ashley Judd going missing, and then it fucking gets canceled. Like, this is bullshit. These TV execs don't know shit to, like, keep a story going, you know? I tell you, though, if I ever saw Ashley Judd in person, I'd call animal control on her. Because she's a fox. Okay, next show is called Boss from 2011, and it stars Kelsey Grammer. You know Kelsey Grammer, the guy from Cheers, and then later on Frasier. What am I gonna do with those tossed salad and scrambled eggs? They're coming again, or whatever that shit he sings on the show Frasier. Anyways, Boss is kind of like political drama, like House of Cards with Kevin Spacey, which is a good show too. But you know, a lot of people know about that one. But yeah, this one like shows a lot of naked chicks in it, so yeah, I kind of like it way better. I know Kelsey Grammer's character. He's like the mayor of Chicago or something, and he has some brain debilitating disease that's basically making him literally lose his mind, and it's killing him. But he doesn't want to give up the power, you know, of being the mayor. I think it's of Chicago. And his assistant is like this smoking hot hooker looking chick that is pretty much naked in the first scene you see her in. Anyways, yeah, so if you like political dramas and naked chicks, you should check that out. It's a good show. Next show is GCB from 2012. And GCB is an acronym for Good Christian Bitches. And yeah, it's like a Real Housewives type shit where the women are very much into God and going to church and singing the gospel, but they do sinful things, you know, to be edgy and then to have the edge in their own social lives with everyone. It's very Keeping Up with the Joneses. So I guess life imitates art. Is that, I don't know. I don't think that has anything to do with anything. I just wrote that here. But yeah, great show. And again, it just had one season and it got canceled. That's like the trend with today's shit. I don't know, maybe my podcast will only last one season before I get canceled. And the last show I want to talk about today is called Misfits from 2009. And this is a British show that has 5 seasons. Yeah. So 20-something-year-old adults are doing community service for various crimes, and then a lightning storm hits them and gives them all superpowers, you know? And man, this show's great. Like, I don't want to talk about it a lot because I don't want to spoil it for y'all. It's got a great intro song, a great soundtrack to the whole series, and a lot of like stars in it. Where you'll see them and you'll be like, oh, I know that. Like the one chick, who's that caramel colored girl. She's from The Good Doctor. So you're like, oh, I know her. And then this other dude in there's the guy from the Game of Thrones that ate the dude's penis and got fed to the dogs. So you'd be like, oh shit, I know that dude too. And then like to me, the breakout star of the show is the actor Robert Sheehan, who is just fucking hilarious in it. And I'm sure you may know him more recently from the Netflix show Umbrella Academy, where he plays the character Claus. You know, he's great. He's fucking great in the seasons he's in, the first 3 seasons. Anyways, yeah, that show lasted 5 seasons, and all you really need to see is the first 3. After that, it kind of goes the way of like where The Flash has been going recently, where it just overstays its welcome. I mean, season 4 and 5 are still good. But all the characters you really care about leave at the end of season 3. So yeah, I wouldn't blame you if you stopped at season 3. I tells you, do you think I've gone too far? I tells you, guilty as charged. I tells you, everything to tell the world. Yeah, that was Dave Matthews Band. I was trying to do Dave Matthews Band. Anyways, yeah, it's another episode, huh? I guess tell me whatever TV shows you fucking like and nobody else likes, because yeah, these TV shows, I don't think they get enough love. I don't hear anyone ever really fucking talking about them. And the majority of them fucking ended after one season. So it's bullshit. Like all these ones I told you about, you should really check out. They're fucking great. They're great. You know, if you like this show, you'll like those shows too. And yeah, I hope your week starts out all right, and you have a great rest of your week. Take care. Bye.